Wow, I do have a pen.
And welcome back to Talk of Alabama. We are in the Mazer kitchen this morning with the owner of Dayspring Dairy, Miss Anna Kelly, and we are making all kinds of goodness today. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
So tell me about this farm.
Well, it was kind of an inspiration about 8 years ago. We were actually what I can call normal people living in the suburbs of Hoover. And we just had a major calling to change up our lives and the lives of our kids and start this farm. I have been a culinarian and a chef for over 30 years, and so we decided to choose cheese, and then we learned about sheep, fell in love with the sheep, and we really felt it was a calling to become shepherds and make this amazing local sheep cheese that's never been seen in the state before.
Wow, and so what do you have here?
So these are all of a nice little spread of some of my cheeses here. What I call my serious cheeses are my aged cheeses, and these are actually made out of raw milk, and then they have to be aged for at least 60 days. We age some of them 3, 4, or 5 months.
Okay.
And this is a truffle. I make a Gouda, and I have a habanero Gouda, which has been really popular at markets.
That is so good.
Mm-hmm. The sheep milk is really rich and creamy. It kind of gives it almost kind of this hazelnut, kind of a nutty finish to it. It's not strong. You know, a lot of times people might be kind of reserved about goat cheese, but the sheep is really mild.
Oh my gosh,
I make a really, just a classic feta, similar to what you would get imported from Greece or France. And then we make a huge variety of these spreadable cheeses. They're fresh cheeses. I do a basil
here,
lemon fig, which has been hugely popular, like on breakfast with, on a bagel. It's really good. A truffle, and we actually won awards, American Cheese Society awards for those 2 flavors last year. And then, of course, in the South, we have to do pimento. So I do a pimento garlic,
which is right here. Now, are you the only one that does this in our state?
Well, for sheep milk, we are.
For sheep milk.
I am. There's a lot of really awesome goat cheese in Alabama already. A couple ladies doing amazing jobs with goat cheese. So that's why we felt like sheep would be a really neat niche to get into.
Yes.
And there's a few cow milk cheese makers, but it's still rare to find small farms making cheese.
I am a cheese expert, and that cheese is delicious, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So good.
Okay, awesome.
I can eat cheese any time of the day.
It's good for you, yes. And the neat thing with sheep milk is it is more digestible. So the fats and the proteins are very different chemically for our digestion. They're easier to digest. And even people that have lactose or allergies to cow's milk can generally handle sheep. So it's a neat source for protein.
Well, let's get to cooking as we talk.
Awesome. So this first one I'm making here is an avocado and feta salad.
Okay.
And
you've got the avocado
I've already got the avocado chopped up.
Okay.
And this is just going to be all nice fresh ingredients. And avocado, of course, is just a wonderful, healthy food source with really healthy fats. I'm going to add a little bit of red onion for color and just a little bite to it, and some chopped tomato.
Okay.
Just a smidge of garlic. You don't want to do too much. It can get kind of strong, but just a smidge there. Okay. And then, of course, with any kind of avocado thing, you need a little acid just to kind of give it a little zip and also help the avocado not to go brown too much. Yeah. So I'm going to put a little lime juice in this one. And I'm going to put a herb. I'm a real big fan of cilantro.
Me too.
I just love it. Some people don't. So if you're not a cilantro fan, it would be fine to use even parsley or basil. Just pick out whatever herb that you really enjoy.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm just going to get a little sprinkling of salt and pepper, that to taste. And then, of course, our feta. This feta is like nothing else. It's totally different than grocery store feta. It has a lot more flavor and bite to it, and it's aged out for a couple months to really develop the flavors. And people really, very, very popular at our farmers markets.
That looks delicious and so healthy.
Going to just stir that up.
So now, as we got to come back in a few minutes to you, but is it everything you thought? So when you left Hoover and started this, is it everything you thought?
Yes. I mean, I'm sure we would do it all over again. We just had doors just open. It was very much a God-led calling, so we felt like our faith in God was going to get us through it, and He has. And it's a lot of work, but very fulfilling.
Okay, we'll be back in just a little bit to chat more about this sheep milk. It's so good. Don't go far. There's still more TOA.